Horrible singer. Hello.
Alex, the car doctor, welcome back to another live, good people.
Yeah, so glad to be back with y'all. It's been
Rough.
3 weeks since we went
It's
live.
been that long?
Yeah. Almost a
Jeez.
month.
We've been going through.
Yeah.
I know I have.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, we lost a good guy at the shop. He's basically family. He was family. We considered him as family. And before we kick this live off, I think my wife wanted to share.
Oh, I mean, those who follow us know, but Harry passed away, unfortunately, and we're gonna miss him so much. I know I am. Like we really,
I'm really am. His
you
cooking,
know,
his personality, everything about him. Really.
irreplaceable. It's I can go on. I can do this whole live about Mr. Harry Spence, but um, so I guess this is for him.
Yes.
All right, Harry, rest in peace, buddy. See that Alex the car doctor uniform? I think he took more pride in Alex the car doctor than Alex the car doctor did. So.
It was a great company to work with. I spoke. I had a chance to. I had a lot of time with Harry, and he always say, "This is the best job, hands down."
Absolutely.
Other job, I quit. I didn't like it.
Yeah,
I'm very comfortable here. He used to always tell me that.
Yeah, and that's what made me feel good because we treat everybody right with love and respect. And if you come join the team and you just can't get down with the culture, then you got to go.
Yeah, for sure.
Quick, what it say? Slow to hire, yes. Quick to fire. You know what I'm saying?
I hate firing people, but it is.
Good evening, good evening.
All right, let's jump right into this thing.
Hola, Dr. Cesar. Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Yes, my wife speaks Spanish. She be hiding.
Hey, mi español es más o menos, okay?
No, lots.
Don't be coming in here typing Spanish to me. I mean, I could read it. I don't know. I'm out of practice.
Read it better than a lot of
Carlos Torcio says, hello, good evening. Good evening, everybody.
How are you?
Dean Fallbush says, hi, Alex. Hey, Alex. Really enjoy your videos, brother. Keep up the good work, honest labor.
Yes, thank you so much, man.
Yeah, really,
Mr.
really.
Dean, shout out to you.
Yeah, man. It says, rest in peace. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Thank you for that. Harry was a great man. Detroit love. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
up
Detroit.
north.
That's man. Detroit. Some of the greatest cars came out of Detroit.
Rest of y'all, let us know where you're from too. We like to know. Check where you're checking in from. We like to know. And I see a lot of new names in here. So for you new people, I am Mrs. Car Doctor. I'm Alex's wife, secretary, cook.
She's the backbone behind Alex the Car Doctor's success. That's what I like to say. And guys, speaking of success, this is our 16th year anniversary. I just wanted to mention that to you guys. So shout out to you, babe. Give me a kiss. Give me a sugar.
Why you want to bust a slob on the line?
Stop busting a slob. Happy anniversary to us.
Come see me later. You know what I'm saying? Yes, 16 years married, happily. Hey, I didn't say perfect. I said
no
happy.
Marriage is perfect.
Because trust me, he get on my nerves just like some of y'all get on y'all wives' nerves real bad.
I'm going to throw a little something in there. Guys, when you get married, you shouldn't be in white and it shouldn't be beautiful. Y'all should get married in bandages because two broken people getting together and y'all supposed to build each other up and build together. That's what marriage is. No one is perfect coming in marriage. Everybody is growing. People are constantly changing. So it's a journey. And if you find that right one, man, it's going to be a wonderful journey for you.
Definitely. Well said.
That's just my little 2 cents.
We got married at 19 years old, and I am not that girl who I was at 19 because we're 35 now. I'm a whole different woman. He got to know how to take me.
Thank you, guys.
It's a good time. It's a good life. Dean Faulkner said, I'm from Indiana, South Indiana, Louisville, Kentucky. It's about 5 miles from me. That's where they have the Kentucky Derby.
Oh, nice.
Super cool.
Love the Kentucky
Cam
Derby.
says, happy anniversary. Thank you so much. She almost curved you on the kiss. See, listen.
She did.
Listen. I didn't want to, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, I'm ready to go. Like, we can go ahead and close it live right now. Okay, we're in the camper. It's a bedroom right there. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to get us all riled up, hot and heavy on the live.
This is our home away from home.
That's all. I love you so much. Let me give you. See, he be taking it overboard. Don't wet my lips. See, that's why. That's why I didn't want to do it. He told you he was pregnant, didn't he? I don't listen, we not having no more. Right. We're not having no more babies. Well, I am done. We have 5 and a plus.
I'm gonna sneak one in there.
Nah.
My boys got the machetes. They
Nah.
cut through it up.
He said, say she got to keep it PG. That's all I was trying to do. Just keep it PG. But when this camera shut off, I don't know. Alex call my doctor might be down for about 2 days. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, so glad to have you guys on the live. Feels good to be back on live because we like to connect with everybody.
Yeah, we try to make it constant, but we know when our guy passed, it really put us down, and we just had to figure some stuff out, get back, things under control at the shop, and it was just really hectic because, we plan our schedule around the people we have,
the staff, correct.
So when somebody is missing or somebody call out, it really put a dampener on any shop. I guess I'm speaking for any shop at this point in time. So, things happen, So.
Yeah, dude. And he was just like it's a big loss to the team. We do have a new guy starting on Tuesday, so I'm not really sure that like the labor pool. People really don't do this anymore. It seems like, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but people really don't like to, nobody's going to school to work on cars. Everybody want to chase the, lawyer, doctor,
they chasing
money
money
for themselves. So it's kind of like it's hard. We do get a lot of interest in working for us, but it's always the newbies, which is fine. But Alex really doesn't have the time to train someone on how to do their job.
And teaching is my passion, but I'd rather teach, but I just need money rolling in so I can support my family. I do this all day, every day, but that's just not feasible for me right now. So you guys, y'all make sure y'all, like and subscribe my stuff and help me out on this YouTube so I can really do what I want to do.
Yeah, which is teach more. Teach. Absolutely. Thinker Outside the Box is here. He says, hey fam, here from Maryland.
Yes, sir.
All y'all
Maryland
from
in the house.
Up north.
Y'all got those cancerous cars.
Right. How do y'all deal with the Thinker Outside the Box? Remind me, do you work on cars? I can't remember if you said.
From my understanding, the people up north, don't y'all have to get y'all car coated in some type of underbody protection? Just somebody drop down in the comment. Let me know what y'all do about rust. Y'all, I know undercar coating is very important up there, and if you don't have the money to get it undercar coated, you have to wash it off like very good every time you finish driving it. Shine some light on that, somebody.
Right, yeah, let us know, because us Georgia folk, we see rust and run the other way. Okay?
Yeah, we don't have salt on our road. That's what's causing the rust.
What else, baby? All right.
For those who don't know, they put salt on the roads to stop the ice from freezing the road so you can drive on it. So that's why it's salt on the roads up there. They put salt on the roads on purpose to stop it from freezing.
Yeah, but other than that, guys, we're doing all right. As all right as can be. Just going on, raising kids. It's hard for us to do lives in the summertime because we have to get the kids to camp and pick this one up over here, now going 2 states away to drop this one off. So it's hard. Like next Sunday probably won't be alive unless you want to do it by yourself, which is fine. But I'll be on a flight on a girl's trip up out of here, okay? Because I need me a break.
Yeah. So Sunday we won't be live next Sunday.
Yeah, but we will be here next Wednesday. All right. Think Outside the Box says, I have a few cars and I work on them to be able to afford them. It's in my blood, though. Granddaddy owned a few shops, and I was the flashlight holder for my father back in the day.
I love that story. That's nice.
That'd be the best mechanics.
Yeah, I was that kid growing up. I guess my grandma had mobile mechanics come over and different mechanics, and I just sit out there and just sit down and just watch faithfully. So that's a good way to learn.
Yeah, was it any good mobile mechanics?
I don't know. I was a kid. He could breaking boats left from right, and I wouldn't know.
Child prodigy, be like, no, man, that's not how you do that. Carview says he just keeps it washed up north.
Okay, so I guess that's very important if you don't have that undercar coating.
I'm gonna take a stab at this name and say Bryden. I hope I'm saying it right. Alan says he has a 2000 GMC Sonoma 4-cylinder flex fuel. Thank you for putting all that information in there. PO171 Bank 1 is lean. Have replaced the gas cap, the air filter, the vacuum lines, the secondary air injection pump, the map sensor, plugs, wires, both O2 sensors, and it's still on.
So a lean code. Let's talk about a lean code for a moment so we can better understand what's going on. A lean code is too much air and not enough fuel. Too much air is normally caused by oxygen sensors, but you replace that. A vacuum leak. So if you're blindly replacing hoses and whatnot, you may miss something. The way to find a vacuum leak, the proper way, well, of course, there's a lot of ways out there, but the safest way is to run a smoke test, run smoke through the intake system, and hopefully something shows up there. Also, system 2 leans are caused by not enough fuel. You could have a weak fuel pump, a stopped up fuel filter.
He also says poor takeoff acceleration, then fine driving.
Yeah, you may have a fuel issue. So what you'll need to do there, so you won't be throwing parts at it, because I never believe in throwing parts at your vehicle unless you don't care and you like, well, it's new and I'm planning on keeping the vehicle. Then go at it. That way you can say, oh, everything on here is new. But if you low on funds, it's best to run the proper checks. Do a fuel pressure test on the vehicle. Hook up a fuel pressure gauge. They're pretty inexpensive. They're about $30, $20-$30, especially off of Amazon. You can probably find one cheaper than that. Now also Sonoma, what engine he said he had?
4-cylinder.
Some of these vehicles have mass airflow sensors. Sometimes the mass airflow sensor will get dirty.
He did. Is that the map?
Map and the mass airflow sensor is two different things. Map sensor read like atmospheric pressure, so the vehicle will know where it is in the atmosphere. So in the atmosphere, if you're in the mountains, you have less air up there. If you down low on sea level, you have more air. But just for a quick example, less air meaning the computer needs to add more fuel. More you're down by sea level, less fuel. But that's some cars will have just a map sensor, and some cars will have both a mass airflow sensor and a map sensor. But on your vehicle, I don't know if you named the engine. I don't know if it has a mass airflow
4-cylinder flex fuel.
Yeah, I know that. I don't remember what year he said that thing was.
2000.
Yeah, I haven't seen one of those in a long time. I don't really see them in my shop like that because they're very good trucks. Basically, a Sonoma is an S10. But that's all I can think of right now.
Fuel related, maybe.
Fuel related, not getting enough fuel, too much air. You've replaced everything else. So hopefully that kind of helps you in the right direction. These gnats is all over the place right now. You see me swatting.
Right. I'm like, get out of here. Sam Sneed, I'm in Georgia, Statesboro in the house.
Oh, nice.
You know what? I've passed through Statesboro on my way south, but I've never stopped through there. What
Sam,
y'all got
shout out to you, Sam. Yeah, let us know what's down in Statesboro. Is it all countryside,
I mean, when I hear a small town like that, it's nothing.
Them small towns.
Because I'm going to say, we're born and raised right here in Atlanta. Now, our shop is located in Morrow, Georgia, which is near the airport, which is, if I hop over across the street, it's Atlanta. But you know how the city goes. But
I prefer small town. I'm going to be the one that's riding four-wheelers everywhere and doing crazy stuff.
I prefer the city. But I'm going to be a supportive wife, and I'm going to follow him where he want to go. But we ain't going to Statesboro.
I'm taking you to the boonies. Nah, you shouldn't have said that.
Now, hold on.
Nah, you said it. You can't
George Mariano says, if I lived closer, I would love to work in your shop. Man, we would love to have you, bro. Really. Ricky Ralph, College Park, Georgia.
What's going on, bro? Ralph is my brother, y'all. The people who don't know. So shout out to you, bro.
Alex's big brother, who probably should have spanked him when he was little because he was bad at all. Yeah. Eduardo Garcia. No, I'm sorry, Gonzalez. I don't know why I just named you something else. We're located Morrow, Georgia, right near the Atlanta airport.
Yeah, we
listen though.
See the planes fly
if you work on cars and you live in the area, come see me. I'm doing working interviews. Tell your cousin. I hire Pook and them if he know what he doing. So, let me know.
We pay good too.
Yeah.
So pay is good.
Larry Johnson said, "Hi, Alex. Are these new cars today junk? I understand cars made even a decade ago are better made. What's your take? Thanks."
They're not necessarily junk. It's the emission standards these cars got to hear by with the EPA. The EPA is strictening the standards, and when they do that, the cars got to apply. They have to adhere to whatever the EPA is saying, and still provide quality car. Well, not quality. I say cars that meets American standards. That's power. That's fuel economy. It's hard to have your cake and eat it too. So what happens with reliability? It goes crap.
I'm gonna say that's cap. Cap means that's a lie. I learned that from my daughter. That's a cap because you have Toyota and Honda who follow the same standards in America because the cars are here that are more reliable. But so I'm going to go ahead and say
most of the GM stuff is not built in America. No way. This stuff is coming from overseas. Like these are foreign engines. Like the tools that it takes to work on some of these GM cars, it's the same tools that I'm working on with BMW and whatnot. So it's some funny stuff. But to answer your questions, I think they're junk. That's just plain and simple.
Now, how you gonna switch your answer? Because you just said it's not
because
really junk.
They
got to adhere to the EPA standards.
Yes.
And I'm gonna counter that and say Toyota and Honda adhere to those same standards in their vehicles are still
and that's
reliable.
what made me change my answer.
All right, so put some respect on my name. Don't try to just steal my answer because you Alex the car doctor in here.
But again, Toyota and Honda can sometimes be very boring.
Yeah, they can. Well, not Hondas, they're sexy. But we was just reading this today, and it's a lot of GM junk in here. So I advise never buy the brand new of nothing, especially if it has a new engine design. Go a few years back, something that's been tested out here on the roads. So
that's with any vehicle, though. Yeah. Never buy the newest of engine.
Right, Joe Garcia. I'm sorry, you were saying.
Oh, I was gonna say just don't go for the car because it looks great. That gets a lot of people.
A lot of people do that though. They don't go by
what's under the hood.
Yeah, but the consumers don't know to do that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Joe Garcia says, I hit a speed bump and my Dodge Charger 2009 just stopped. It cranks but doesn't turn on.
That's a weird one. Speed bump?
He driving on. How hard did you hit the speed bump?
You had to have been doing some other stuff, but we're just gonna say speed bump for now.
How hard did you hit it? Because what could knock it not to crank?
Now, I would need some more information on that, like engine, because that 09 Charger came in different engines, and with each engine that's in a vehicle, you have different electronics that's running that particular engine setup. You said it a turnover. I'm assuming that's what you mean by cranking in automotive terminology.
It cranks but doesn't turn on.
Yeah,
turn
that's
over.
So in automotive mechanical terms, turning over is when the engine is turning over from starter engaging it. And
he said he hit that bad boy hard.
I would say something must have shook loose. You must have had some repairs done in the past that probably somebody didn't tighten something down, and that jolt probably loosened up a ground wire, or you probably had a check engine light on and ignored it, and that problem caught up to you, just, I guess, from hitting the speed bump. I don't know. I would need more information, though. So.
Yeah, I would definitely get under there, and if you can. I don't know if you're a mechanic, but look under there and just inspect the vehicle at this point.
So, and let me know if it has check engine light. Give me some more information about that vehicle.
Awesome. Yeah, do that. All right, Carlos says, I have a 2018 Honda Pilot.
Oh, nice.
With 91.5 on the clock. And then bought it a couple of months ago. Those cars average 20 to 22 mpg. Currently getting 13 mpg. What can I do about it? I checked the filter. He did an oil change. He need help.
I got you. Now, I don't know anybody's situation, but what we need to start off with, bring the car up to speed. 100,000 miles is at that pivotal point where you have to do everything, like tune up, All the major maintenance items are due at around 100,000 miles, especially tune-up. That can kill your gas mileage. Make sure you're up to speed on that. Do a fuel induction service that'll clean out all the gunk inside your engine that's been building up over time. I'm working on engine now, but of course I'm gonna get to the other stuff in a bit. You said you checked your filter, your air filter. That's a big one. What else can cause low fuel economy? If your transmission is not shifting properly, what year he said that thing? 18? I don't know if they had transmission problems, but make sure the transmission is shifting smooth, because that has everything to do with it. Now, let's move on to some other things that can cause low fuel economy. Your tires. If your tires are not properly inflated, that can cause low fuel economy. Another one is if you're carrying around a lot of unneeded stuff. Let's just throw an example out there. You're a weight trainer. This is an example. You're a weight trainer and you have all your weight equipment in the back of your Pilot. That is not helping your gas mileage. You need to, take some stuff out, because the more weight you add to a vehicle, the worse fuel economy it's going to get. So, just clean out your car. If you're carrying around unnecessary things, just pull all that stuff out and, see if that helps. So
but start with your manual. See what's
due on maintenance.
I say this every live, and I'm going to say it one more time. Your odometer not only tell you how far you've driven, but it tells you what time it is. So you need to look and say, okay, I'm approaching 100K. What do I need to be doing? Start there if you haven't had any check engine lights or anything like that.
Oh, if you have a check engine light, get that seen about, because oxygen sensors and things like that will cause poor fuel economy too. So I don't know your full situation, but drop down in the comments. Let me know, if you have a check engine light, do you have excessive stuff in your car? Kind of help me out.
All right. Ben Jarvis says, take care of all your employees, paid holidays, paid vacations, and you will start stealing the better employees from your competitors, and you will grow that shop into a monster. We sure are trying to.
That's the idea.
I mean, honestly, if the YouTube continues to go at the rate it's going, and we're trying to grow, it's very hard to do YouTube. Really, it's a lot harder than it looks. To make sure we're consistent with content, but for the second half of this year, now that summer is winding down and we'll get a little bit more structure in our schedule, we're gonna try to go harder on YouTube with getting more content.
We're gonna make sure it's always quality. We believe in quality, not quantity. It's a lot of automotive YouTube people out here. They just posting crazy stuff.
It must be helpful. If I'm gonna be the camera woman, I'm like, why are we making this? Is it gonna help?
My wife
the
don't
viewer?
Play.
I'm not making anything stupid. Count me out, but if it continues to take off, we really don't have to take income from the shop. I'll
dump it right back into the shop.
I would rather put it back into the employees, and stuff like that. And we do have other means of income. I'm also a dealer, so we don't have to live off the shop profits, so
sometimes we don't even profit from the shop.
Sometimes we don't even get paid, depends. It depends. When Harry passed away, that took us down. Alex has to do his job plus Harry's stuff plus Tariq, he's still in the learning process, so we have to make sure we look after him. But eventually we want to get to a point where we can get the best techs and just put back into them and their families, because we're going to be fine regardless. So yes, good comment. I probably am gonna start poaching other people. Go up in there like I need an oil change. Listen, you need a job, call me. You know what I'm saying? Ariel Bell says 2015 Chevy Camaro LT. My AC is out. Just replaced compressor and condenser and still not working.
What you need to do is make sure that AC compressor is engaging. A lot of people will skim over the simple things like fuses. You said you replaced your compressor. That compressor that was in there previously probably blew the fuse. So you need to check with the simple things first. Make sure the fuse is not popped, because it could be just a simple fuse. That's the only thing I really have for you right now, because I would have to look at the vehicle.
Double check the compressor. Sometimes we get them out the box and they be broken.
Yeah, where did you get the part? That matters.
That matters.
If you got some eBay China stuff, I'm like,
it don't even matter if you get it from AutoZone or something too. We've gotten
bad parts.
Yeah, for sure. We've gotten bad parts.
Just really need a quality mechanic to run the proper checks on your AC system, because if you took it to a shop and they gave you your car back with no AC, shame on them that they don't need to be doing AC.
Or is anything leaking? Like, we need to know, like,
oh yeah,
what basis did they replace this stuff? You know, you got some mechanics that say, oh, your AC is not working. You need a compressor and a condenser, without vacuuming down that system, looking for leaks and things. Or it could be something as simple as an O-ring. Like, it could be different stuff. Really.
My wife is helping me today. I'm just not on point. AC system leaks, that compressor.
I be knowing stuff, you know what I'm saying?
I need to do my thing. I'm misfiring, guys.
Now you don't unplug the man.
Look, check engine light off, car dead. I'm not firing on all cylinders.
Oh, babe, for real, man.
I got it.
Anyway, girl, you don't have Ariel. We're gonna go, but check that right there.
I don't know what happened.
Don't worry about it. We'll just do it. Sam's. Oh, there you go. He tripping, y'all, for real. I know what you want. I got you when this is over with. Sam Sneed says Georgia Southern University is in Statesboro. That's about it. That's what I know. Oh, I think I read y'all just got a liquor store or something like that.
No, man, them country boys, they be having the funnest time. You can shoot, drive 4-wheelers all over the place. It's a blast, side by side. That's my type of living down there.
The Savage family. Ooh, I'm finna come look at y'all YouTube. I want to see what y'all doing over there. 2012 Dodge Charger keeps losing coolant. Would that be the water pump going bad or a leak somewhere?
Okay, so if you're losing coolant, you have to have some type of leak in the system. You need to do the proper check.
What size engine? Drop it down right quick.
I'm going to assume the Pentastar. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you need to do the proper checks. The first check you need to do is a coolant pressure test. That test basically put pressure on the cooling system. You can find this part, the test equipment in the Amazon. Just type in coolant pressure tester. They know them about $20-$30. Or you can rent one. You make and rent one from your local parts store if you don't want to buy it. But put pressure on that system. That's the safest way to find leaks. I do not advise looking around looking for leaks with the car is at its operating temperature. Yeah, because it is under pressure. And if you potentially have a leak somewhere, that can potentially explode in your face. So please, guys, never look for leaks or try to attempt any work when the vehicle is scalding hot. I've been burnt by this stuff before. Oh man, it's the worst feeling ever.
Yeah, you think he light skinned now? That hand was pink.
No, it wasn't my hand, it was my ankle. Remember, I climbed over in that engine bay. I just got from a test drive and I climbed over in the engine bay of a pickup truck. It was a Chevy pickup truck, and my leg bumped the radiator neck just lightly, and it was weak. And man, that sucker exploded. Oh my gosh.
Your skin was peeling for a long time.
Man,
you know what? On one day, I'm going to sit down and have a live one. I'm going to tell y'all all the different stories. Alex done ran himself over with a car.
That was a funny one.
I was looking out the window. Alex knocked himself out. I guess he didn't get out the way of the door, so he opened the door. Bam! He was laying out here. And I was like, what is going on? So one day, if y'all want to laugh, we're going to go over all the time.
Y'all write down in the comments if y'all want to hear my bloopers.
All right, Joe Garcia, the one that hit the hard speed bump, says that he has the 3.5 cylinder. That's just changed the timing belt a year ago.
Okay.
Hit the bump, then it won't turn. It could just be a coincidence, honestly, too. I think
that's what I was trying. I didn't find the word.
Coincidence?
Yes, coincidence.
Could be a coincidence. You hit the bump and something went out. It could be unrelated.
Yeah, Joe. Look me up on Instagram and send me a video of you trying to crank it up, because I can listen to the engine to get a better understanding of what's going on. I'm pretty good.
Or like make a short on YouTube and tag him so he can hear it.
Yeah, not everybody have Instagram.
Yeah, either way.
Yeah, I can help you out.
Better help you. John Tavius Fuller said, "What's up, y'all? What's up,
going
man?
on, John Tavius?
Been a minute." All right.
Purge valves.
Savage Family says purge valve. I don't know. I don't know if he's answering somebody else's question or or what. But let me know. Sporty Huntley says the AC probably making the mileage low. With the
with that the pilot.
Yeah. That's a good input, Sporty.
Yes, it is. Like I said, I'm not firing on all cylinders today, but that amount of drop, AC systems normally take about 2 to 3 mpgs. That seemed kind of extreme on his part, so I'm gonna have to rule that one out.
Definitely was something we should look into.
Yeah,
research that, make a short or something. Gene, hey Gene,
Mr. Gene, what's going on?
He said, "Hey, what's going on, car doctor? What's the fee for a suspension check?"
An average diagnostic at my shop, it's just a diagnostic check, because I'm gonna look at the whole vehicle for you. About $125 for my diagnostic fee.
I wouldn't say the whole vehicle, but like if you came in for a noise for that hour, we're gonna pay for an hour so he can check each component. So about $120, $125, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Jacob Valdez says 13 Charger with the 3.6 had aftermarket rack and pinion replaced and already bad. Mechanic said he's never had luck with aftermarket parts versus OEM. Now, rack and pinions are funny.
Yeah, they are very finicky.
Yeah, parts wise, they are funny. And I always tell people they don't give you the warranty to look pretty. They give you the warranty because they know it could go out. So, depending on the brand, I can't think of a good brand besides Cardone.
Well, I just look at stuff, and I have like this mental thing in my head that when I see, I'm like, oh yeah, I've dealt with this part before. I want this one. So I am very parts funny. If I'm not familiar with the part, I will just go dealership. I'm like, we have to get this part from the dealership. That's my input.
I would always, once they got to replace it again, it's going to be a never-ending story. So we have like comebacks. If they only came back to me once or twice, sometimes I try not to get it to twice. If it's looking like it's going to be a problem to me, I'll go ahead and make the call and tell the customer, let's go OEM.
We've been having an issue out of Duralast coil packs only on
the Pentastar.
Wranglers. Not even the regular pen. It's something about the Jeep Wrangler. Like, the Wrangler has the Wrangler Pentastar.
With the Pentastar.
Yeah, and the Charger has the Pentastar. I put Duralast coils on the Charger, and it's fine. Never see them back again. I put Duralast coils on the Wrangler. It's back within a day or two.
Yeah, immediately.
It's very weird.
Parts are very funny. Like I was telling Ariel earlier, it really don't matter if it doesn't matter. They give you the warranty for a reason. I don't want y'all to be under the impression, oh, it's new, it's perfect. It's not. Alex have gone through starters out the box. Haven't even drove it nowhere to test it. It doesn't work.
Terrible.
Go with OEM. That might be your best bet. Benny N says, greetings. What do you think of there not being any Freon recycling methods as they do for used oil?
We actually recycle Freon. Now, the high dollar equipment has the ability to pull the Freon out, clean it, recycle it, make it new again, and store it in the machine. That's what my machine do. That's why I spent the money that I did on my machine, and I just wanted the ease of service, because I could have got the AC machine, the cheaper version, about the $3,000.
Oh Lord, I can't.
Anywho,
Robinair.
Yeah, Robinair. I could have got the Robinair, which was about $3,000. But then if something happens, I have to take it in, all that. I just rather got the
versus Snap-on. He comes to you, they're gonna come fix it on the spot. So that's why we went with that one, and it was $7,000 for the regular R134A and the 123YF, which is the newer Freon that they're putting in cars. That machine was about $10,000.
And they both have the ability to recycle the Freon and reuse it. Now with the other method, I don't know. I've never dealt with that. I think I've always used machines where it recycles the stuff or store it and has the ability to clean it up and put it back in the vehicle.
Yeah. So there are, but you're gonna pay for it. Yeah,
you are.
Angelo says, good evening. Didn't know y'all was live. Now y'all still patting yourself on the back. Yes, man, listen. YouTube is hard. Oh, by the way, I ain't even mention it this live, but we finally got to 25,000 subscribers. That is a milestone, right?
Yeah, but now y'all gotta do better, YouTube. Y'all letting Facebook outdo y'all.
All right, because it's like almost 30,000 followers over there. But YouTube is my first love.
Yes.
YouTube people are nicer.
Yeah, it's family oriented
Yeah.
over here.
I
That's
will
what I
say,
would say.
because Alex is on all platforms and out of TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. It's just like YouTube people are just nice. Everybody's here. It's like
Roses and butterflies.
yeah, it's like we all can
versus-
get together and go up to a cookout. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, if y'all cooking
Yeah.
ribs, I would come to that.
Yeah, for sure. We
But
all
over there on
family.
TikTok, they violent.
They hostile over there. You're like, okay, is this World War III or I'm just over here trying to help y'all?
Right. It's like, oh, you idiot. I'm like, wait a minute. To the camera. Oh, there we go. 25,000 subscribers. When I picked up the camera and convinced Alex to start, he only had 72 subscribers. So hopefully we'll go many more. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So we'll be here. Arthur Wall says, that's right. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Manny Alvarez. Y'all hit me with the Spanish surnames tonight. I want to buy an Escalade 02 to 05. What year is reliable?
Okay, so if you're gonna buy Escalade in that year, both of those years are good. That's before GM kind of complicated their V8s. Now the problem that is known for those years, if you buy the Escalade, get the 2-wheel drive version if you can find one, because most of the Escalades come all-wheel drive, and the all-wheel drive system was crap. They just had problems left and right. And that's really the biggest issue I see from the Escalades in that era, and that in the clusters, but that's no big deal. The cluster is the instrument cluster that you're looking at. 1 minute, it's reading the correct how fast you're going. Next minute, it's on 120. You ain't even going nowhere. It just flips out. So 02 through 05, both good choices.
So the older ones are
the older ones are, man, they're the beast.
Yeah.
Just the all-wheel drive, just stay away from the all-wheel drive. Get 2-wheel drive if you can.
Angelo says, y'all will be my new mechanic. I will take that 3-hour drive.
Man.
Angelo, where you located? But you know what though? I really and it kind of make you a little anxious a little bit, because you want to do a good job, especially if somebody's driving.
We had somebody come down from Savannah.
We got a gentleman that drove 4 hours from Savannah.
I tried to convince him. He came down. He couldn't get no one to figure out his issue. He drove 4 hours down, and I figured out the issue for him. And I was like, now that you know the issue, you can, take it back up there. And I'm pretty sure they're good at replacing parts. And he was like, nope, coming right back down.
Came back up for us. I think maybe he stayed in a hotel. I don't know, but
so shout out to that guy. I forgot his name.
Is it Tony?
Maybe.
And I don't know.
You probably do know names better than I do.
It's Tony.
Okay.
Hey, Tony. So we've had a guy ship the car from Wisconsin or somewhere up there.
It's amazing. I'm like, I did not know it was a shortage. Is it really
a shortage of shops?
Good mechanics.
Reputable mechanics.
Honest good mechanics.
I don't know. I will tell y'all this. Like I said, I met Alex when I was 18 at AutoZone, and he's always worked on my car. So I don't know what it's like to go to I've never had that issue ever. Compass Lawrence, I hope I said your name right, says, love you guys. I just need the link to the check engine light neon. Oh, it's on Amazon. Did I get this from Amazon or Etsy?
Know where you got this thing from.
It's definitely on Amazon or Etsy. Check both of those websites. It's up there though.
Yeah, we love this thing. We had another guy, I guess he watched our live, another YouTuber.
Oh, JT.
Yeah, JT.
JT Money. That's what I call him. He's got one, and I think he might have gotten his from Amazon. But yeah, and they come different colors. You can get the yellow and the blue, or white and blue, or this
is the authentic color. Though.
That's
this
right.
Is the one that you want, because check engine lights are neon or orange, I guess.
Ethan Brewer says, keep it up, please. We gonna try, Ethan, for real.
We're here for y'all, like I always say.
Cody, what's up, Cody? Say hello, friends.
Cody, what's happening?
First name says, signs of a bad harmonic balance. Is it harmonic balancer?
Harmonic balancer, yeah.
My AC belt keeps breaking. Would it have anything to do with this issue?
Signs of a bad harmonic balance is really you have to inspect it, or it really just looking at it, or if your belt is squealing all the time, or if your belt is coming off. The harmonic balancer is normally two parts. You have the main center portion, and you have a rubber layer and a rubber ring slides over that rubber layer.
Mm-hmm.
And that rubber over time would deteriorate, causing the harmonic balance to sometimes wobble. It will slide back, slide forward, or slide completely off, causing a belt misalignment. Or the center will spin, but the outside will not spin at the same speed as the center, causing the squeal and causing all kind of issues. So hopefully that helps. You really just have to look at it and make a good decision. I probably do a video on it, how to tell if your harmonic balancer is going bad.
Cool. Yeah, that'd be a cool one.
Mm-hmm.
Esteban, okay, he says, your verdict on Nissan trucks. Been thinking of getting a 2018 Nissan Titan. Is it worth it or no?
Yes, I love the Titans. The Titans, I was actually getting I won't say I can't afford it.
He just cheap.
I just don't want to spend $40,000-$50,000 on a van, on a newer vehicle. But I was looking at the Nissan NVs. Oh man, I love that particular van.
It's
the same thing. Heck, even the front end of the NV looked like the Titan. It's basically a Titan based van. I've researched this particular truck heavily, and yes, that gets my stamp of approval, buddy. I've seen these vehicles take abuse.
Don't tow Johnny.
Oh man, that man will tow that truck up.
Tow Johnny got a
Titan. It's an older one though.
Hopefully the next time Tow Johnny come to the shop, I'm gonna put him on the camera. But Tow Johnny got a janky Nissan Titan, but that thing, he still tow with it.
Yes,
and
that thing is tow up to the floor up. It's like one of them trucks that you see in Africa that just be fall apart and just still running. Them Toyota trucks. So yeah, the Titan can get my stamp of approval. I say go for it. What a year he said, the 2018.
Yeah.
So that one comes now. I think that one comes with direct injection, more power, a little bit better fuel economy. But you have to take care of it in a certain way. With direct injected vehicles, you have to do a fuel induction service more often because you will get carbon buildup behind your valves, eventually causing issues. So yeah, make sure you keep up on the maintenance on it.
Absolutely. So go get that Titan.
Yep.
John Point says, hey, Alex, been hoping to catch one of your live greetings from Chicago.
Chicago in the house.
Chi-Town. One day I'm going to make it up there.
Skip.
Code it. Because they're talking to other people. What I tell you about over here? You answer the questions. I got this right here.
I got you. I'm gonna cup you.
No. Cody JRT says, tell us the stories. I am for real, because Alex has really done some crazy questionable. I'm
surprised I'm not dead.
Hey man. Because I'm telling you, that time he ran himself over, I'm like, how did you even where?
That was your
he still blame me, but I wasn't even there. I don't even know. Thinker Outside the Box says, yes, please do a blooper video. I will definitely.
I don't have no videos of it, but I can tell the story.
Yeah, and I try to because we get a lot of comments that say, oh, you'll get further if you script it and da-da-da. We don't, first of all, the way my husband's mind works,
I can't do that.
Scripts won't work well for him. And then we try to be as authentic as we possibly can, like real world stuff. So
the worst thing I would do, guys, and this just being honest with you, is after I diagnose it, if I forget, sometimes I be on the move so much and I diagnose something, I'm like, I stop and think, like, man, I probably should have filmed this. And I go back and I take y'all guys through the process, which y'all seen on my videos, and I say it. I'm very open, and I treat you guys like I treat my customers. I would not lie to no one. I'm very upfront and honest.
Yeah.
Even if I have to make a fool of myself, I'm like, hey, I did this. This is what it is.
But we try to keep the videos honest and true as possible. Ethan says they're probably reading one by one. Yes, we are reading one by one. We're trying to get to everybody in a timely manner. And he's referring to Manny, who has put this thing in here like 8,000 times. But that's what they do on the live to make sure it gets seen. We're not as big as Scotty Kilmer. We gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? Amateur. Oh wait, I'm reading and nope. I skipped Arthur. Sorry, Arthur. Hello, Alex. It's 105, 108 degrees here. Man, it's hot. That's hot.
Yeah.
Says, I have a 2008 BMW 335i. I hear my fan blowing kind of loud. Oil temp seems fine. Coolant level is fine. Could this be a sign of a water pump going out?
Now, which fan? Because on a vehicle, you have two fans. Of course, you have more, but let's keep it simple. You have your blower motor fan that's in the inside of the vehicle, and you can clearly hear that, and your engine cooling radiator fan. Now, you're probably referring to your radiator fan because on BMWs, yes, they can get kind of loud. It's probably just working extra hard to keep that vehicle cool.
I was gonna say that.
It's probably normal. I wouldn't worry about it. It's very hot where you stay, and that car is sensing that because it has sensors all over. It has an ambient temperature sensor, and it knows what degrees it is outside. So it's probably running that fan at its highest speed. If your water pump was going out, you will have overheating issues. The water pump will start leaking. You'll be losing coolant. It will start making noise, like a grinding, crunchy noise when the engine is running. You would notice. But those are the signs. Or your fans will break inside the water pump, and you have no coolant flow. And what year is that BMW? That probably has electrical water pump too. So the electric motor will stop, and it'll just run hot. But according to you said the temps are fine, so I'm pretty sure that's all
probably.
it is.
Are you out west? I'm thinking Arizona-ish, somewhere over there, because it's not that hot on this side of things yet. It's like a 93 in good old Georgia.
Oh man, that humidity.
But it's hot. It's so hot I can't think.
Yeah, we got the AC on now, so
me
you
and
hear
Alice
it coming
got
on and off.
Hold on, me and Alice got to arguing earlier because he was asking me too many questions. I was like, hold up, man. I don't know. Let me just think cool thoughts right now. Roberto Aguilar says amateur need to be careful with the AC system under pressure, can explode the lines.
Yes, it definitely can.
Correct.
This stuff is upward of 200 psi, so it can be dangerous.
Absolutely. I love your input. Thank you, Roberto, for that. And we're a community here, guys. Just because his name Alex called out, y'all may have experience that may help others on the live as well.
Y'all be my nurses.
Do share. Angelo says, which vehicle would you recommend besides the Pentastar motor? We're thinking about getting the Challenger RT.
So the Hemi, I would actually choose a Pentastar over a Hemi. The Hemi, it's just more. If something goes wrong, those lifters, it's more money. And the Pentastar motor, you have well enough power. I don't know if you're a speed demon or not, but if you're not, you're going to be very happy with that Pentastar. That Pentastar is putting out about 300 horsepower, I think. You're going to be happy with that. And Pentastars can keep up with RTs. Surprisingly, I'm like, whoa, this is crazy.
We're going to actually, we talked about it today, make a correction video. Because the Pentastar is actually a good motor. And I know it may come like, oh, it sucks. Because we do a lot of lifter jobs.
But they're easy to do. They're not bad. I'd rather do Pentastar lifter rocker jobs versus a Hemi lifter and cam jobs.
JT, we was just talking about you. This your Dodge man right here.
This the Dodge king over here.
He know more about Dodge than anybody. So good. Thank you for stopping by. I know your live about to be starting real soon.
What's up, JT in the house?
So back to you, Angelo.
I would get the SRT. SRTs are made to be thrashed, meaning they build them in the mindset where let's build these parts good. They can't be, they got to be built strong. I don't really see SRTs in my shop. Only time I see an SRT is
AC,
little knick-knack stuff, brakes, AC, and at the auction from being stolen and stripped down.
That. So if you got some nice pockets and you can go that route,
get SRT.
Get the SRT. I ain't have a favorite car before, but until I drove one,
SRTs
definitely.
Nice.
But if you just want to keep it simple, Pentastar is fine. Yeah. I like it better than the Hemi. Escalade. Cody says Escalade and reliability don't belong in the same sentence.
That's the truth. I just did a short on that.
Listen, the newer ones are crap, but the older ones you know.
I like the newer ones because they're offering it with the diesel. I'm a big diesel head, so anytime Diesel. Okay, I'm running to it. I'm like a kid in a candy store when it comes to diesel.
Right. Zach Angel says I had went through 2 to 3 reman alternators before. Absolutely. Back to that parts matters. And then sometimes some of you might say, why don't you get it new? Well, sometimes new is not available.
They don't offer it.
Yeah, I've sold starters and compressors and alternators where I always try to go new, means off the assembly line, brand new, versus that, like if I do your alternator, I have to send that back to the store or they're going to charge a core. But then they're going to send that to the warehouse, rebuild the insides and put it back on the shelf. That's remanufactured. Sometimes new is just not available.
And quick story, my auntie, she still had this Honda Accord. Honda Accord got 400,000 miles on it probably now.
We're going to see it tomorrow, actually.
Are we?
Yeah.
She, back when it was newer, she got all her parts from the dealership. And this particular time, her alternator went out. And she purchased it from the dealership, thinking it was new and it's going to be good quality. And I opened first I looked at the box. I'm like, this is strange. Opened the thing, it said remanufactured. So you $500 for a remanufactured alternator from the dealership. I was like, no, take this back. They're gonna give us something remanufactured. We might as well go down to the AutoZone store and pay $200 for the same thing.
Right.
That's basically what you're getting.
Right. But just because, like Zach is saying, you'll get those remanufactured parts and they crap, and you got to take it back again and again.
And we could have ran into that with the dealership part too, because it's remanufactured.
Correct. So
man rebuilding this stuff and probably with cheaper parts.
Ain't no telling.
Yeah, defective parts.
So we appreciate that input right there. Thank you. Jacob Valdez says also replace the plugs, coils with the cold air intake with much more. Car starts now starts rough, but will idle out and be fine. Could bigger throttle body fix or what's input? I gotta remember what kind of car.
Is he talking about that lean code?
No? Jacob, remind us right quick in the comments what car was it?
Yeah, type real quick and we'll jump down to the bottom.
Online mechanic tips. Oh, we already said hey to JT, but he said I love the tag team. Yeah, that's basically how we work. We have to work together to help him be as successful as possible. Melodic Tunes, one of my favorite commenters. Hey, Sean May says, I got an 05 Dakota that has 3 low heater circuits on O2 sensors. Is there any shared connection I could check? I had them all replaced.
Yeah, Dodge is funny. I would have to look up a diagram and study a diagram on that, because apparently you're having some type of wiring issue, and the heater control circuits are they all go back to the computer. That stuff is computer shared. So, you may have a computer issue when it boils down to it. That controller and that computer may be burnt out for those heater circuits, to control the heater. So what I would do if I was you, it's a little bit harder to do this test because you have to run a lot of wire. Maybe you find the heater circuits, the heater wires. I think it's like 2 of them or something. And you hook up a probe to that wire and trace it back to the computer and make sure you have continuity. And just do that for all the problematic. And if you have continuity through the wires, most likely you may have a computer issue, but you just have to run the proper checks, because I'm just advising here.
Hope that helped you, Sean. Zach Angel said, TikTok like Reddit. People just fighting in the comment section. Yeah,
it is so funny.
We just let them go on.
I just be like the guy over there instigate. Yeah.
Ellison said, love you, bro. Oh,
thank you.
Love is real, man. We
love you too, man. I love all y'all guys, because y'all, my YouTube channel wouldn't be nothing without y'all. So, shout out to y'all, my fans. I love y'all. I love all of y'all.
Yeah, especially the ones that comment just for the algorithm. Yes. Y'all so dope, man.
Y'all, man, so
Angelo Collins says, I'm from Albany, Navy, retired every day as a holiday. I'm so jealous.
Sweet.
Man, get out of here. Man, let me click off this. My dad was a Navy man, so respect to you there. But for us folks that got to work every day, I'm clicking off.
Hey, this ain't work for me. I don't know what you talking about.
It worked for me, okay? I'm only doing this to be a good wife, okay? I don't even like cars, but I've learned about them. When I met Alex,
people be surprised. They be like, "How you know all this?"
I've been with the man. I've been with Alex 17 years. We've been married for 16 years. even if I say I don't want to hear about the car, he gonna tell me anyway.
I
So
can't
now
help myself.
I
It'd be
just
so
listen.
good.
But you know, when I met him and he was 18, I said, "So what are you gonna do with your life?" He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna own a shop," and he stuck to that. And here we are. You know, Ethan Brewer says there are really a shortage of shop that people can trust because they just don't do the job and will tell you that they did it. Crazy though. Oh yeah, for sure. We get
That's
that a lot.
sad.
Get that a lot here. A lot of people getting taken advantage of. The Night King 1 says, I got a ticking sound from my V6 Pentastar engine charger. Engine light on, tick gets faster when I drive faster.
Oh, you definitely got a failed lifter or little rocker.
Rocker arms.
Rocker
That's
arms
easy.
failed. So lifter and rocker job is in your future, it sounds like.
Yep, and you probably
Unfortunately.
Let me see. He said, what kind of car he said? Charger?
Charger, yeah.
Might be looking at like 2,000 to 3,000. If please stop driving it because you'll damage the cam and it's gonna cost you more money. All right, Night
It's
King.
probably cheaper than 2,000. No, that's for the Hemis. It's probably about 1,500. They start off at 1,500.
Okay, so 15 to 2,500 for the Pentastar, but it'll be on that higher end if you keep driving it and it digging into the cam.
Yeah, because them cams expensive. Because I use quality stuff. Now you can go out and get cheap cams, but I don't recommend that. I use the milling cams, which is about $400.
How many cams they got?
Four, yeah.
4. So they're about what, $400 or $500 a piece.
Yes.
So you
for the proper, the good brand cams.
Keep driving. You digging all 4 of those cams. That's another $2,000 right there. So, Night King, chill, man. Chill. Don't drive it if you can. I don't know if that's your only car, but Ethan said thoughts on a F-250 6.4 2008.
That 6.4, you need to run far, far, far away from it. That 6.4 was a problem child for Ford back in the day. Man, you can get them things so dang on cheap because they're trying to give them away. I'd rather for you to get a Sicko. That's the 6.0 versus that dang on 6.4. Man, the Sicko, you know what you're dealing with. You bulletproof it, you have no more problems. Got all the power in the world. Or if you really want a reliable truck, go 7.3 or get your old Cummins without DPF crap. That's my opinion on it.
So no to the F-250.
No, that's a big no to me. You couldn't give me one of those 6.4s.
Angela says, me and your husband got the same first name, Cheap. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Shame to death. He spend money on what he want to spend it on. And
I like car parts.
If I push hard enough, he'll go ahead and do it. But sometimes frugal is the way because everybody wants your money. This is America. You can't step outside the door without. Oh, you want to buy this? You step out the
door, you gonna get taxed the wrong way. There's a tax for this.
Cool Squad said, "What is your dream car?"
I'm a Ferrari guy, to be honest with you guys. I'm so cheap. I would settle for the new Corvette C8. Ferrari actually got together with Chevy and designed that mid-engine Corvette. Oh man, I just drool over every time I see them. I literally turn my head and do what the people do in accidents on the freeway. That's so nice. So if the Corvette, but that's the only reason Corvette because it looked like a Ferrari, but Ferrari if I can afford it.
If this YouTube do what it's supposed to do.
I'm still getting the Corvette because I've always been a Corvette fan, but I'm the Ferrari.
Ferrari, that's you. So you wouldn't buy a Ferrari?
I would love a Ferrari.
Would you buy one though?
I don't know.
Because you're cheap. There you go. Angelo, you heard that man just went Google over a Ferrari, but guys,
being a auto dealer, we jump in so many cars and get to drive so many cars. Cars really like, I used to want this, want that. It's like, I don't even care no more, but I do want my toys though. But I don't be studying.
Gene says the mechanics now don't want to fix it or take all year to. I have a truck that's been in this shop over a year. Went up there, they done cracked my windshield and my battery gone.
Oh man, that's terrible.
They out here wilding, and that's why you know what though. I'm glad you said that because Alex doesn't answer the phone. I keep Alex in the back. Okay, I handle all the pricing and I handle all the logistics, employees that I supervise and everything to make sure we get the quotes out. So when people come in here talking that yin yang about what you can't work me out no deal, listen, We here to provide you with a service and to do a job well done. Don't haggle me on the price. First of all, we're the cheapest in our market. Second of all, take it somewhere else and let them bust you upside your head by overcharging you or don't fix your car
and this
right.
is my favorite one. Where everybody else don't charge, they let the diagnostic go towards the repair. That is a gimmick.
I learned this from
Nothing
John.
is for free.
Auto Air South, my buddy John. So they come in there and say, "Well, you know, so and so do it cheap. You better run out of here and go down there before they change their mind." Don't come up.
Nothing is for free. You're not getting that diagnostic for free. They're tacking it on somewhere hidden in the price somewhere. I know. I used to work at shops.
Yeah,
they got to pay their technicians for their time.
First name says, "Thank you for your response. Do y'all have a Patreon? I would love to be an apprentice of yours."
Oh wow!
One day, if we don't have a Patreon. I'm the one managing all of this, so
one day
I don't. But they have like channel memberships on YouTube. So one day I'll start that if I think. It's got to be feasible though. I don't want to start a membership just to be taking people money.
I want to provide.
We need to make sure we're going to give you something for being a channel member.
And what our plans behind that is provide like background stuff that I'm not going to put on my main channel. It's only for my members only. Provide little certain snippets, little tricks here and there. It's going to be very valuable information.
Or maybe like a members only live.
Something like that. It's less people and more private and intimate setting type things. But I'm trying to find the time. That's what it is. It comes down to time.
Big Tay says, "What up, cuz? This Tay."
Oh, that's my cousin.
Yeah.
I stayed in this is a funny story. This is why you don't mess around with people you just got to be careful these days. So we had a neighbor move in and we got along great. I fixed his truck and one day he was like, yeah, I got an Uncle Charles. He work on he got a shop on that. I was like, wait a minute, Uncle Charles, like what? That can't be your uncle. That's my uncle. Like, oh man, we family. And then he decided he wanted to move away. I'm like,
you're lame for that. But no, we actually have. He has what do you got at the shop? Two
Magnums. I gotta get to.
Yes, we're gonna get to it.
Yes.
You come see me. Come see me. You'll see. But it's good to hear from you.
Yes. Thanks for joining the line.
Yeah. Cool Squad said, "What issues should I look out for in the Land Rover Discovery 5 other than inspecting the supercharger and water pump around 100,000 miles?"
I don't deal with a lot of Land Rovers and things like that, so I wouldn't be the guy for that. What year he said he has?
He didn't say, but I would. If you don't have the manual, just download your manual. It'll tell you.
Now, if you have the newer one with the supercharger, I do know that engine. That's going to be the Ford Coyote engine, the 5-liter with the supercharger on it. I just got finished working on one of those.
On the Jaguar.
Yeah, they're found in Jaguar. Make sure you get your leaks properly, taken care of, because you don't want a vehicle like that leaking. It can leak down on something, destroying other things. Just regular maintenance, really. I do know they're very expensive to maintain. That's why I don't work on them, because my thought and my mind mentality being a small mom and pop shop, if you're taking your BMW or high-end luxury car to me, you're not looking to spend money. You're looking to save money. Now, I love working on high-end luxury cars, but that comes with a price. And, it's a different labor rate. And so I just stopped working on them because people.
It's not the cost of people. And it's not everybody.
It's definitely not everybody.
But
I have my certain picks.
Some of them people who own, they crazy.
Oh my God.
They crazy.
Well,
I don't know.
They trying to bring me parts off of eBay used. I'm like, no. Take that back. I'm not putting it on. Well, I'm like, okay, I'm not dealing with you. It's the people. I love the car.
So your regular maintenance stuff, Cool Squad. Austin says, "Hello, Alex. Without a stethoscope, what is your best advice in chasing sound without throwing the parts cannon when you have checked all probable causes?"
That's a hard one. You're gonna have to give me more information. What part are you checking? You're looking for squeals. If so, you're chasing the suspension issue. If you think it's coming from a certain area, get you some WD-40 or PB Blast or whatever you got laying around that in an aerosol can with lubricant or whatever, spray it on that suspected part that you think is making noise, and drive around or push it and whatever you need to do to try to get it to make the noise again. If it goes away, you found it. If it stays, just move on to the next component, but be very clean in this process. Just don't go spraying everything, because if you do that, you could have sprayed the part and made it stop. Then you're looking around like, dang, what did I spray? I kind of went crazy with this stuff. So be very clean. Put a rag on in there and spray that particular part, and then move on. That's how you diagnose suspension components, noisy suspension components, without throwing the parts cannon. Now, if you're talking about engine components, I would need to know what you're talking about. But that's my
Let us know. Arthur Wallace says he's from Vegas. I knew it was somewhere west.
Las Vegas.
Okay, I knew it.
They got a nice desert up there.
Sunil. And I don't want to mess up your last name, so I'm gonna keep it at that. I got a 09 Toyota Corolla that keeps dying on me. And replaced the coils and the spark plugs. It had PO 300, 301, 302, 303. These all
misfire codes.
Another thing I noticed that when I turn on the AC, it typically dies on me.
Okay. I probably would need to know. No, let me think. Like I said, guys, I'm not firing on all cylinders today. Replace the coils. Keeps dying. Are these the only codes? Just misfire codes? That's a hard one without looking at it personally for myself. But if I were to take a shot at it, misfire codes can mean a lot of things.
On a Corolla?
Yeah, because I haven't necessarily ran into, well, I have, but normally be coils and plugs at it is fine. But you say you did that and it just keep dying on you. You could possibly have a stopped up catalytic converter that the computer is not picking up. If that converter is stopped up and plunged, it will cause loss of performance and misfires and crazy stuff. And if it's stopped up, that rear O2 sensor is not reading properly. And it's going to read kind of clean because it's plunged up. So what I would suggest to try, if you're mechanically inclined, I will say drop loosen the front part of the exhaust before the catalytic converter. Just unloosen, make a big exhaust leak, and just drive it around to see if a change was made. That would be my way of diagnosing that if I was you. But yeah, that's the only advice I have.
Yeah, sight unseen.
Yeah, sight unseen.
We are over our time, so I'm gonna try to. Ooh, Lord,
oh my gosh!
I don't catch up with everybody.
I don't know, babe. We'll be here another hour.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
OJ, yo, what's up, family?
What's going on? That's my buddy right here, man.
That's the best car painter this side of the Mississippi, and I stand on that.
Yes, this man here, he paint all my cars.
Yeah, absolutely.
He paint God.
So I gotta see what his business is like. I don't know if he open to the public right now or what, but I'll put his business name up next time we're on live if he says it's okay to do so. Hot Sizzle TV says nurse.
Yeah.
All right, Gene says get you a Honda or Camry to drive every day and then buy that other car. Great advice.
Yes,
Yeah. Get you back in the day they used to have Sunday cars. They drive their little
and that's how it's gonna be for me. I'm gonna drive my Ferrari because these Atlanta potholes is not gonna, man, they're gonna destroy my car.
All right, Aaron Johnson says, hey y'all, I got an 09 Mazda 3 2.0. I have intake manifold runner control stuck open bank 1 and intake manifold runner control circuit low bank 1. Intake flaps make rattle at certain RPMs. Why you think?
It could be a mechanical issue. So those have little arms or some kind of linkage that's controlling that flap. It could have came apart. Could have came apart in the inside of the manifold or somewhere on the outside. That's really the only thing I got for you. And, it's probably throwing a circuit code because it's turning, but it's not seeing that resistance or something that it's normally seeing.
Nick Hernandez says 3.8 Mustang, oil in the coolant, no overheating, for 6 months so far. I don't suspect the head gasket, right? No coolant in oil at all. Radiator was replaced in November. Aftermarket. Don't they have internal water pumps? Oh, no.
No, it's external. Now, I would need to know if it's an automatic or manual. You're probably having a transmission cooler leak. I'm trying to think. Yeah, because the transmission, if it's automatic, the transmission cooler is shared with the radiator, and if that transmission cooler erupts and start leaking, it will start putting transmission fluid in the oil and in the coolant. I'm sorry, and it would look like oil because it basically is an oil base. Transmission fluid is oil, pretty much.
And Aaron says, "Love y'all's content. Keep it up, guys."
Oh, it got a.
Thank you. I appreciate
thank you so
that.
much, Aaron. I appreciate the love and support. Really thanks for that super chat.
All right, thank you for that super chat. Stephen McCoy says, "02 Ram 1500 5.9 rattles and rolls, 250,000 miles. Would you rebuild it or replace it?"
I would, man. It just depends. A lot of people don't rebuild stuff right these days. But you know, if you're mechanically inclined, you have a good guy, I would rebuild it, because if I go in, I'm gonna want to go in with upgrades. That's just me.
So what's your verdict? Rebuild or replace?
It depends on his situation. Now, if you're just a normal Joe, I would go with a Jasper rebuild and call it a day. But if you're a guy like me, rebuild. If you know a good guy that can really, take on the job, rebuild, because you can go in with those nice upgrades that'll put you a little bit more punch to your seat.
All right, Hector got a couple of them for women. Hector says, "Hey, Mr. Alex, how do I give a donation?" Super thanks. It's right here on YouTube. Thanks. It'll come in like everything else, or super chat. He also says he needs help with his Dodge Charger, and he's elbow coughing. I don't know what that means, but I wanted to read it and say, Blaze and Cyrus says, "Hello, folks."
I was going to say, hit me up on Instagram. I would love to help you on your Charger.
Yeah. If you are on there, Hector, if you're on there, listen, we say Instagram because YouTube don't have the functionality to chat back and forth like Instagram does.
And it's a little bit more private. I can get videos and pictures and things that, it's easier.
Uncle Mark says, "You guys are a cool couple." That's hey, what's up, Uncle Mark?
Uncle Mark, that's my guy. What's going on?
Arthur Wall said 17 years. She's yes. Alex and I started dating at 18, got married that following year, and we've been together.
It's my boo, man. I can't live without her. I love.
He lied about his age. He said he was. I was 18. He said
he was gonna go for
18. You was just 17.
I was a child. She's a. She dipping in the cookie jar.
When I met Alex, he still had a bunk bed. Okay, I'm telling you that right now. He had a bunk bed. I was like, "Oh no, baby, we're gonna have to get something else."
Yeah, we did.
Benny Ian says, "What do you think about the Hemi MDS Delete? And have you done any as of yet?"
I can't give my true statement on this because the EPA may be watching me.
You going to jail?
That is a federal offense. But, sometimes we have to do what we got to do, whatever that means to you. Wink, wink, wink.
And then we're going to go ahead on. Mimi and Friend says, "Hello, I got a 2015 Ram 1500. I drained all the coolant out of the block, and I did not bleed the system correctly. But I bled it about 5 times, and it seems to have a small what? Where you went, Mimi? Okay, amount of bubbles. There she goes.
That it depends on what method you're using. If you're letting it run too long,
when he's burping it.
Yeah, when you're letting it run too long, those bubbles may be boiling. I'll say boiling, but it's another term for that. That may be normal. Just put the cap back on. I see that all the time. Sometimes just put the cap back on, let it ride, because you got to think the overflow system will help get the air out the car as well. When you turn the car off, the air come up, go into the overflow, and the overflow will purge the air and it'll push back in, solid coolant. So just a little air left in the system, long as it's not fluctuating when you take it for a test drive, let it ride. It'll purge itself out.
Dissipate.
Yep.
All right, guys.
Not dissipate, just purge itself out.
This got to be the last one, because It's our anniversary, and we got things to do. All right, Ethan Brewer says the world needs more people like you. We appreciate everything y'all doing, especially answering every single question. That really shows that y'all are good people. Thanks again. Yes, and it's so I'm trying to skim
it's so many
through
good
right
questions.
quick. Okay, camshaft for a Dodge Charger, you're looking at, if you got the Pentastar, it's going to be between $1,500 and $2,500. If you got the Hemi, you're looking at about $3,000. That Dodge Charger Pentastar is going to have about 4 cams, so that's going to cause the price to go up if you keep driving it and those cams got nicked. I'm really trying to get to everyone. Hector, I just answered that. Caramel 68, what's happening?
Hello.
Corvette is Angelo's dream
that
car.
flat plane crank. Go back to the Z06, the C8. Yeah, that's the stuff. That flat plane crank came from a Ferrari design, man. It sounds so good.
All right, for real. This is the last one for real. Listen, Jermaine got a 2012 Dodge Durango Citadel. All right, about every 5 start, it gives me a long hesitation when it starts up. Got a new battery. Diagnostics is not saying it's the starter though. Help.
You could have a fuel delivery. It's hard to say because I would need to hear it for myself. Send me a video on Instagram of if you can catch it doing an act. I would like to hear for myself.
All right, y'all. Listen, we're going to be back. Mimi said, I love you guys. Yeah, the temperature is pretty good, too. But once every now and then I see a small spike from 210 to 220 pretty quickly, then it goes back down. Oh, Nikki, girl, let me find you right quick. That's not. She said, do hugs, please. And because she said please, now I got to go.
Oh.
All right, last one. Hi, it has an 05 Elantra GT. Manual, I think she's trying to say, or manual. Dash interior lights, radios out. 15 amp fuse blows. Headlights on, makes a hum under the hood. Tripping mileage, backlight cuts off when I turn on head. Help.
You have a wiring problem. You're really gonna have to find a wiring expert, and it's one of them 05 Elantras. Those cars are very cheaply made, so something could be rubbing. A squirrel could have got under your hood. This problem can be anything, but anytime you're having a fuse blow back to back, you literally have something touching together, and it's popping that fuse. So whatever you do, don't have a guy go in and straight wire with something heavy. Your car can catch on fire. So please make sure you have somebody that's really good at electrical systems that know what they're doing, because it could be a fire hazard.
One of them Hondas catching on fire?
No, not that one. Those are kind of the good Hyundais. I rarely see those.
So she's got a wiring issue.
Yeah,
Nikki, darling, and that's, it sounds like I'm saying darling because I say darling, but that's your last name. Hopefully that helped you.
But I don't think a normal person will be able to trace down this issue. It may be kind of hidden. When we're talking about radio wirings, this stuff goes into the dashboard and the humming under the hood. That could be like something else wire related, something that's not getting enough power, too much power. Electrical stuff, you can go down the rabbit hole.
She says, is it worth keeping?
It just depends on how you feel about the car. But, if you get a crazy, outrageous quote, it's not, because those little Elantras, GTs, they're only $1,500 on the street, market value. They're cheap little cars. The fuse is blown. If you can deal with it, just keep riding until you get something else. It may not even be worth looking into fixing, unfortunately. Let it be somebody else's problem if you don't have a good mechanic in your area, which I've learned.
She said it was free.
Oh, okay. In that case,
I would still get rid of it because that's not going to be the end of your problems with this car.
They pretty good. They just have timing belt. People neglect
ride it until you can't ride it no more, girl. That's what I would do. Something else. All right, Angelo is kicking us off. He said, "The end. Now go enjoy y'all anniversary." 16 years married.
Yes,
thank y'all for sharing an hour and some change with y'all. Wednesday, we're gonna be right here around about 8:00. All right, love from Minneapolis. Love you all.
Yes, Alex the car doctor out. See you guys on the next.
Again, you steal my line. See y'all on the next.
Oh man.